Welcome back, sports fans, to Sports Talk is McKinney. This is the loose cannon David McVie, along with the Zen Master Mike Kimmy. And, of course, we talked UFC in our last segment, but, we got the chance to watch a UFC fight last night, actually, on our drive back in our mobile studio. Well,
I got to the highlight of the night, Dave. That was not the highlight of the night.
It was quite a day in sports yesterday because we were actually on our way back from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as we got a chance to attend the Arkansas Razorbacks going into Death Valley, the number 9 LSU Tigers, and coming away with a victory. Just a dominant victory for the Razorbacks to get them to 6-4 on the season. And I'll tell you what, to me, Mike, yesterday's victory was all about the offensive line. It was all about the running backs. 299 yards rushing on 40 carries, averaging 7.5 yards per carry. Basically, the offensive line, the largest offensive line in all of football, starting to finally pay dues these last 3 or 4 games, Mike.
Yeah, and not only that, Dave, we look on the other side of the ball, 2 yards per carry for LSU, held, Leonard Fournette, the Heisman Trophy winner, looked like a couple weeks ago, sub 100 yards. Alex Collins rushes for 144 yards, including that explosive 80-yard touchdown to put us up 14-0. But the thing that was most impressive to me, the defense really played the sacks. They were all over they were all in the backfield of the LSU offense. But we got the ball right off the bat, and you could tell LSU was selling out on the run because obviously Razorbacks, known for running the ball, they were selling out on the run every play. Alex Collins, not going to beat us. That's what Les Miles was telling his team. And we play action them to death on that first drive. And in the end, that set the tone, kept them off balance for the rest of the first half. LSU started to make a comeback. We, had some really big plays to our wide receivers and at key points in the ball game. But in the end, we've taken that boot right back home to Fayetteville.
Well, you look at it, Mike, just 2 weeks ago, the Tigers were unbeaten, ranked number 2 in the nation in the College Football Playoff Committee. Now they've dropped to 9th, and then after this loss, they're going to drop down probably 18 or 20. Arkansas just came in. They didn't look like a 5-4 football team that is now 6-4. It seems like this season is looking very similar to last season. The defense, the offensive line is really changed the tone. It's not like the team that lost earlier in the season at home. It looks like they're firing on all cylinders. They started 1-3. Now they've won 5 out of 6, with the only loss coming to Alabama. So it seems like Arkansas is really rolling right now. Brandon Allen, it wasn't centered around him making a lot of throws. He was efficient. He threw for 141 yards. But the offensive line and just the breakout runs, we're talking about, with Cornelius with a 69-yard run. Then you had the 80-yard run by Collins, and then, Brandon Allen, a 52-yard touchdown pass to Dominique Reed. So it seemed like it was a balanced attack. The run was really dominating. The offensive line was dominating. Brandon Allen didn't make mistakes. He played a very efficient game, Mike.
Right, and I think I misspoke earlier when I said that, 2 of the big plays came, I said they came from the wide receivers, but I should have been more clear. One was on just a nice little pass into the flat, and it just exploded for a 70-yard touchdown pass. The other was on a reverse to Jared Cornelius late in the game that just put it away when it was 24-14. But yeah, from the defensive side of the ball to the offensive side of the ball, if the Hogs could just figure out a way to start the season the way that they start playing in, say, week 8, if we could just figure something like that out. Because right now, Dave, we are actually mathematically alive for the Western Championship. If I mean, these are big ifs. If we win out, if and Alabama loses to Auburn, and if Ole Miss wins out, then there's a three-way tie for first place in the West, and we are in that. Right now, we're the top second-ranked team in the West. But if we have a three teams tied for first place in the West, the Hogs actually have a shot at the championship going up against Florida in the championship game, which, who'd have thought that? It's still, it's 100-1. But if the Hogs could just come out like this, I was looking at the rankings. LSU dropped to 17. The Razorbacks they got enough votes to where they didn't make the 25. They would be ranked 27th if it was expanded that far. You know who's right ahead of them? Toledo. And you know who got one vote? Arkansas State, who is on a roll. They've won the Sun Belt already. They clinched it yesterday. So UCA won. Big day in Arkansas football yesterday. But, I don't know. You really can't play a better game than the Razorbacks did yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you, the Razorback, it seems their turnaround to me has really started with their defense. We're talking about a defense. Going into yesterday's game, they had 8 sacks all year. They come up with 5 sacks, just destroying the offensive line of LSU, just in their backfield all day long.
3 in the first quarter.
5 sacks. Brandon Harris yesterday, minus 44 yards on the sacks that they got. And it just seems like the Arkansas defense, now that they've turned it up a notch, it's making it a lot easier on the offense, and that offensive line, especially in the third and fourth quarter, just, getting that good push in the first and second quarter. By the third and fourth quarter, our opposing defenses have just been exhausted, and then we're able to bust out on some of the runs that we've had. But the Hogs up to 6-4 now. Looks like we're bowl eligible almost.
We are bowl eligible.
Arkansas has fought back. Still not met the expectations, I think, that we had earlier in the year, but have really showed a lot of heart. You got to credit Coach Brett Bielema getting the team focused, getting them back on a winning path. You got to feel good about the Arkansas Razorbacks, and yes, more than anything else, that boot is going to be staying in Arkansas for another year. And congratulations to the Arkansas Razorbacks going into Death Valley. And I'll tell you, everyone was out of there. Everyone was leaving in the fourth quarter, which was fantastic. We had plenty of times, to run out. We had some good Cajun food last night, and it was easy to get around because the crowd was already cleared out.
They left, Dave, as you well know, they left in the start of the fourth quarter when there was a 10-point lead, and then after Cornelius busted that run, they couldn't wait to get out of there. But what a moment. But I want to make one point before I talk about this beautiful moment last night. Cody Walker, when you have a big 250-pound tailback like Cody Walker who can carry the ball 17 times a game, 88 yards. Alex Collins was not 100% last night. When you have that really helps. But inside a minute, there were more Razorback fans than there were LSU fans calling those Hogs. That was beautiful.
The Hog fans dominated LSU's campus. I'll tell you what. They were all over the campus last night. It was all about the Razorbacks. And I can't wait to go back. I'm actually attending a school down at LSU right now. I can't wait to go back again and wear my Razorback stuff down there for school and get to call the Hogs because it's 2 years in a row, Razorbacks. Great job.
All right. And so we need to take a break, Dave. We need to take a break, and let's come back and talk about some NFL football.